This BioSketch film takes you to the travel memories of Shri Paramjeet Singh, the time when he painted his first artwork, and after that, how he started his never ending journey of visual art. Paramjeet Singh earned his name and fame in the field of visual art, and the shaped number of silk screen prints, paintings, watercolors, and drawings. His color palette has the warmth of emotions.
My name is Paramjeet Singh. I was born and brought up at Jamshedpur, a very well known city known for the TISCO, Tata and Steel Company. It was a steel city. And my schooling is also done in the same town. After my schooling, I came to Delhi, but during the schooling time, I was a very common student and very mediocre student in the school. But as far as my art background is there now, I never knew that I will become an artist because I had no intention, nothing was there in my mind or in that skill or anything that I did as in childhood or otherwise. But it was only an incident that when I was studying in high school, I used to go from my home to school either on foot or on cycle. So on the way there was one small art school. You can say art school. That is because one artist used to take students from schools, children from schools, and they used to teach them. Now, when I was passing one day, then one of my friend was with me, and he said, "Do you want to go to art school?" Now I said, "I do not know," because he was going there. So anyway, I thought that let me see what is they are doing it. And when I went there and saw that there was no reaction, I didn't realize that I am also very much interested in art. But even then, I said, "Okay, let me see it. If possible, I can do it or not." And I asked my parents at home that I want to attend the drawing classes at school, where children go there and just learn drawing. So they agreed very simply that, okay, you can go and join it. First day I went there, I was tested for that whether I have a skill or not. So the teacher gave me a drawing, line drawing, to copy it. So I did copy to my best, whatever was possible for me. And after that, he said, "Okay, you join it." I felt it that it was okay, drawing was okay. That was my first drawing, but it was, I never knew that I have got that skill that I could do intentionally or not, but it happened that it was okay. So I started learning there. I did my drawing, painting, watercolors, and then a little oil also, some works. I came to Delhi and tried to find out that College of Art, Delhi Polytechnic, but that time Delhi Polytechnic has got art courses, so I just tried to find out that, and one of my relatives was also an artist, so he guided me that to come and join it and appear for the admission test. Before that, I just tried architecture also. The architecture in the sense that I had art subjects with mathematics. It was a very unusual combination at that time, art with mathematics. And this particular education was, student was eligible to appear in the architecture of IIT Kharagpur. So I appeared in the IIT Kharagpur also to see that whether I'm getting architecture or not. But there also I could not get any admission. So finally I thought that I should go to Delhi and appeared in the admission test And it naturally happened that my destiny was decided at that time that I will become an artist. That is the way how I started. Then, though my 5 years diploma was very intense diploma for me because I did a lot of work during this period, all mediums, and even applied art. I did applied art, so applied art also. And after passing from College of Art, at that time it was College of Art when I passed, and I joined advertising agency for about 3.5 years to 4 years. After that, again, we saw that there were advertisements came in the newspapers about the professors and lecturers in College of Art. So I thought that, okay, let me appear it. I was not having much that, okay, I'll appear. And from Jamshedpur, my father also sent that cutting that you see that there is an advertisement of the teachers in College of Art. If you can apply it, it is good. So anyway, I applied, got admission, got the interview, and immediately I got selected. After that, I thought that, okay, now this is the time I start my creative work, which was a little bit lacking during that period of after passing and working in advertising agency. So after joining College of Art as a teacher, lecturer, though I gave maximum time there, but I thought of that I should also have one creative medium of for my creative work. So it was very difficult to decide at that time. And our teacher, one of the teachers, Mr. Jagmohan Chopra, he was a guide to me for that because he was doing graphics, quite important subject for at that time, and he was having a good reputation in that graphics all over the country or even the international field. So he suggested that, okay, if you want to start silk screen. Now, as far as the silk screen process was that time, when I just got a silk screen, technically I knew everything because we studied in college at that time. I understood very well, but I was not aware of the things which are in indigenous material which is available in Delhi. So for that I had to search for it. And one of my college student, class fellow was there. He guided me. He told me that there are shops in Sadar Bazaar in Delhi. You can go there and find out that materials are available. All the silk screen materials are available there. So I just took him. He also went with me and went to a shop. And it was very surprising to see that every material of silk screen was available, raw material available. And then I had to decide about the process of preparing of the screen as per my own temperament. So I tried all the processes of making screens, photographic process also, direct method also, hand cut stencil also, and everything I tried. But finally I decided that I will do the paper cut stencils. And that helped me a lot in terms of speed, in terms of expenses, and quality was equally good, and started working on and experimenting, and then within 2 years I got recognition as an award from IFX on silk screen. I got national award also from Lalit Academy in this, and it was another boost for me. And then one award came from UNESCO also on children's days poster design. I made it on silk screen. So that was the kind of initiative and encouragement I got one after another, and came up to that. Finally, I just took silk screen more than other mediums like oil painting, acrylic, and watercolor. But after when we saw that, okay, there was a time when I had to stop this in the sense of that the silk screen is a laborious work. And I was doing single-handed everything. Generally, people, it's a teamwork, maybe that. But because I took it in that way that I will do independently everything, and I did everything myself. And after some time, sometimes means it may have about 30 years of my working, I felt that all the oils and solvents are affecting my skin and even the breathing. So I stopped working on silk screen and started painting and acrylic and watercolor also. So like that, my life was having, I think, a very comfortable method of getting everything, achieving. And I was very much satisfied while I was working and seeing back that how my destiny was decided by nature. I never given any effort that I will do this or that and run for it or anything. So this is the way I just worked in the college. And gradually with the time, I became assistant professor and then professor. And I got a chance in the last stage of my service that I was officiating principal of the College of Art, where I did my services and did my best for the college students. After retirement, I started working full-time in painting and then watercolor. Now, in painting also, I had rather not few individual shows, but I did a lot of mixed shows, silk screen and painting together in Delhi, in Bombay also. It was appreciated and liked by people. Everything was going very smoothly and very well appreciated by the press as well as the other media also. Now, after that, when in the society, I became chairman of the society in 2013. Before that, I was an officiating chairman from 2006 or 6, I think. So I did my best to uplift the society. All India Fine Arts Craft Society, it was working very shabbily at that time. And there were some people who were not running it very well. So I had to take a very tough time to streamline things in the society. And after that, the society came up to some certain level that people started coming to know about it, that what is the society, even the art galleries were appreciated as we renovated it. And people started coming to see the exhibitions or old exhibition here in the galleries also. But at time now, 2017, I had my retrospective exhibition in this All India Fine Arts Craft Society, where I showed all my works in 4 galleries. They were very elaborate exhibition, where I showed right from the beginning of my earliest work, which was there in the school time to college time, and watercolors, drawings, and sketches, and then finally came to silk screen and oil paintings and acrylic paintings.
50 साल से ये काम कर रहे हैं। मुझे भी यहाँ इफेक्ट आते हुए कम से कम 50 साल हो। लेकिन प्रिंट मेकिंग जो है इसकी अपनी एक विशेष कला है। तो मैं इस अवसर पर आपको परमजीत सिंह जी बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। आप अभी तो आप छोटे हैं हमारे मुकाबले। क्योंकि एज इज नॉट रिलेटिव, देयर इज नो सच थिंग एज एब्सोल्यूट एज। तो आप हमने अभी बहुत आगे काम करना है, लेकिन आपने इतना काम किया और मौका दिया हम सबको।
Thank you, Shashi. It gives me great pleasure to hold this position of curator for someone who has been curating so many shows and has been a pillar of strength for people in the art fraternity, not only in Delhi, but other parts of India. I really feel humbled and I feel very, very privileged to be able to curate this show.
You will see a great work of Paramjeet Singh, Paramjeet किए हुए पेंटिंग आपको ये देख के the painting is so simple, so meaningful and peaceful. I feel that everybody will like it, and you always feel by seeing, always you feel very peace. So it's a peaceful painting by artist Paramjeet Singh. I hope you will enjoy. Thank you.
Now, after that, when I saw all my works of my lifetime from 1960 onward, then I realized that I did a lot of work which I never realized that I have got that much type of work, especially the earlier watercolors. So after the exhibition, I thought that I must have watercolor exhibition only. People also suggested that I should have watercolor exhibition of that. And this is how I just carry on my expression, my own feelings through my watercolors, my paintings, and carrying on my work.
Today is a very special evening for the artists that one of our senior council members and Indian very finest painter, Dr. Paramjeet Singh, whom I have known a long, long time when we were in the College of Art, that we used to call 69 group. There are many of our age group has joined the College of Art as a lecturer. Paramjeet is one of those days. Paramjeet, Krishna Reddy, myself, Jamshedpur, Prof, and many others. And Mayor Sahib is our Guru Dada.
So after my retrospective exhibition in 2017, I got some inspiration to restart watercolor. So when I started thinking of that, I will do watercolor because a lot of things which I have been doing right from the beginning, but I always kept in mind that when I am going out, I do either sketching or photography. So keeping in mind that I will do watercolor of that particular area which I am photographing it. So both the things in memory as well as on the digital memory, everything was there for me to transform it in watercolor. But the watercolor is done in the after 2017, 18, 19 and all this, because the 2 years of the lockdown I took full advantage and did the maximum watercolor, and I hope that though I enjoy doing it, but now I see myself, my watercolors look a little bit different, which I saw on my table. So I appreciate myself that I did something.
जब परमजीत का फोन आया 1.5 महीना पहले कि मेरे एग्जीबिशन है तो आपने उद्घाटन करना है, तो मुझे मैंने पूछा, मैं वाटरकलर कर रहा हूँ ये, तो मुझे कई आर्टिस्ट याद आ गए जो रोज आते हैं वैसे, तो इंसिडेंटली कई आर्टिस्ट याद आ गए, कुछ और इंसिडेंट याद आ गए, वो मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूँ जो इसी के साथ जुड़े हुए। मुझे याद आ गया, वाटरकलर का नाम लिया इन्होंने, तो मुझे याद आ गया एमिल लॉल, जर्मन पेंटर है।
But just on a short note, what began as a trigger was lying in the house, wrapped in lots of clothes, which was when I curated this exhibition in 2017, the retrospective which we had done. That was a time when a lot of people in Delhi came to know that Paramjeet Singh is not just a silk screen painter or an artist, but he has so many varied aspects to it. So one of the biggest challenges for all the younger artists is also to realize that what you may be just doing now will be something substantial in the later time. And for one reason, we should give a big round of applause to Paramjeet sir for being able to, for being able to inspire all of us to say that age is just a number.
This BioSketch film takes you to the travel memories of Shri Paramjeet Singh, the time when he painted his first artwork, and after that, how he started his never ending journey of visual art. So, let's see what Paramjeet Singh replies to my questions. How have you developed your career?
While I was a student, I had maximum time spent on art. Even I'm working on this classworks. I gave a maximum time to the classworks, on the spot studies and all these subjects, and outdoor landscapes. Saturday, Sunday, I used to go out to do landscape and sketching in the afternoon or in the evening also. Every day somewhere used to go for sketching. And that way, otherwise, I have not done anything else. During summer vacation, I used to come to Jamshedpur at my parents' place. I used to spend time there, but I used to do a lot of watercolor landscapes also there. And when I used to go back, I just like 15, 20 watercolors I take with me to show to my teachers and my class fellows. So that was the way I spent my time. And after that, when I joined college, I gave full time to teaching with the reason that, okay, I will do my best to give my students whatever is possible at that time. So I took the most of the time when I was free, I went to library and saw books of all subjects, read latest subjects or laser books also. So but there was a kind of orientation. I just had very clear knowledge about that, what is happening in the art field, in technology, and all the developments there. And I used to teach them students also in the same way.
What does art mean to you?
Art basically we say that, okay, self-expression. Now everybody has got self-expression. The musicians have got music, and the dancers have dance and all these things. Some art is here, just a self-expression with paint. Maybe that the feelings are painted or the understanding painted, thematic paintings are there, or on the spot painting also, or just keeping models and making painting of it. So there are only thing is that it is a kind of thing which is self-expression, which satisfies itself and give that particular satisfaction that, okay, I have achieved something and I have to do more and more. So it goes then one after another goes. The work of art comes out. That is what I feel.
As you are specialized in printmaking, so what attracted you towards the printmaking?
The printmaking actually, you see, during the my study also, the theory subjects, we used to have printing processes. So basically, I knew all the printing processes theoretically. And when I joined college as a lecturer, so I had a lot of spare time also. I thought that this is the time I should have my own creative work, which is my own work, along with the teaching as well. So I was just discussing with one of my teachers, Mr. Jagmohan Chopra. He was very close to us because he was our photography teacher also. So he suggested, then you take a silk screen. The silk screen is very few people used to do at that time. I think in Delhi there was no one.
Okay.
Yeah. And but we used to see very good silk screen prints from foreign countries, from USA, from Germany, Japan, Australia.
And how your education helped you in your career?
My basic education was just as in the schooling. Nothing was that the drawing and painting Bihar. At that time it was Bihar, where Jamshedpur, now it is Jharkhand. So hardly people knew about that the drawing and painting is also can be a subject in schools. Nothing was there. That is why that particular school of art, which I joined, that was the only school in Jamshedpur where teaching was done by one artist only, one teacher only.
Did you ever thought to be an artist in your schooling time or in your childhood time?
Not much. It was nothing that in the schooling I never had the idea that I will become an artist. But I did the drawing and painting and all these watercolors and after that oil painting. But it was just working on that. But there was an instance here. First thing that in Jamshedpur, there were always some small school art competitions were generally done, where I sent my works and I got awards there, just in the school also. And one instance is there that I used to do some painting, portrait painting on oil paper. So that way I did one of the portrait of J.N. Tata and a small size, quarter period size portrait. And it was just liked by teacher and okay, said it is good, done by me. So one day my uncle came, who was working in Jamshedpur Tisco office. He said that Tata company needs one portrait of J.N. Tata. So you made it because he saw that earlier. So he asked me that, do you want to give it to Tata company or they like it? I said, okay, give them. There is no problem. And after a day or two, he came here and said that they liked it and they want to buy it. I said, okay, they gave 300 rupees at that time. I thought maybe it's 1950. 5 or 56 school. I was in school. Up to 58 I was in school. Before that, 7 or 6, 7. So that way it was a surprise for everybody at home and otherwise my relatives who knew it about it. We sold for 300 rupees a canvas, small canvas. So that was, I think, incentive that okay, I can be artist can work and can do painting and everything.
Any other favorite medium apart from printmaking?
The watercolor is here. It was my early favorite work, but there was a gap in between because of the lack of material available in India, because at a certain time the import was not allowed for these kinds of materials. So I had to stop because of lack of material. The Indian material was not up to the standard as the watercolor of the Winsor Newton, which I was using that time. So there was a gap of that. But when everything was open, now open market came to and everything was now available. So again started working on it.
From where do you find inspiration to work at this age?
My basic inspiration is nature. Because landscape is nature. Everything is nature. Here it comes. So it always fascinated me. Some of the subjects which I saw on the spot or somewhere here, or in photographs and all this, very interesting. And in my silk screen also, there is a kind of thinking, you can say. I started with abstract work, design work, you can say. Abstract work was there. And when I was doing all this, there were geometrical shapes in that. Because it may be the convenience of paper stencil in silk screen made my composition now geometrical with straight lines and curves and circles and all this.
Does art help you in other areas of your life?
Other area means not materialistic, maybe that some paintings and some prints were sold off and on and all these things, but not that monetary gain was not there in that way that I am selling like hotcake prints and paintings. But naturally, the observation is there, understanding their life, understanding the nature, understanding the human beings, animals, birds, colors, all the things. Observations increased all the things. I think that was more important.
Any incident or event who boosted your morale to choose art as a career?
No, nothing is right like that. My life went very spontaneous, very easy, comfortably, one after another. After schooling, college, after that, it is only that I tried, as my parents wanted that, to do architecture or engineering or craftsmanship, but my destiny took to painting, art. And I landed in Delhi College of Art and then started working in this.
Sir, what is your favorite subject to paint and why?
As I told that nature is my inspiration right from the beginning. So landscape is the first subject which I prefer to do it. And after that, maybe some figurative work and all this, but landscape is
Landscape.
I like this.
Nature.
Nature, outdoor landscapes and street scenes and monuments also. I like that.
Tell me how you have developed your art style so far.
Art style, as far as the watercolors and all these things are there, it is very simple that watercolor demands that it should be transparent. And pure watercolors are transparent, and I maintained that way. But other things which are there with the time that oil painting came, then silk screen came, because of the medium, the style changed and composition changed, and everything was changing accordingly. It is not that I did myself intentionally. That my earlier paintings they were also very flat colored. As you see, this painting is very flat colors. So one can do silk screen also similarly. So similarly, otherwise textures were very lately I started somewhere some minor textures here and there painting. Otherwise, flat colors were used. Because of maybe the silk screen is one thing which has influenced more that I prefer flat colors more. That is.
Where are you from, and how does that affect your artwork?
My environment in my schooling time at Jamshedpur, landscapes were there, villages were there, village scenes were there. But after that, when I came to Delhi, the landscape changed, but it was very interesting. Here we saw a lot of monuments. When we used to go to study tours, we used to do a lot of monuments, sketches and all, drawings and watercolors there. So that way it changed, it shifted to the environment. And that affected my subjects also.
What was the favorite part of your job?
Favorite part of my job in the sense
Your college, when
teaching.
yes, when you were at college.
Subject was say anything. I was trying always some innovative ideas. Now, for example, then I used to go and teach that I wanted students to get exposed to the library, which was not a practice in the college. So, and then with the time I saw that, and I got some feedback from the ex-students at time that they were facing difficulty in getting employment in the advertising agency, printing industry or publishing industry and all these things, because they all started working on computers. And our college was not having any computer at that time. And at the time, Mr. O.P. Sharma was the principal. I recommended him that, sir, we are getting some feedback from this market, from the students, that we must introduce computers in the college. So that way I felt that innovative area is there. I had to explore it. So Mr. Om Prakash Sharma asked all the applied art teachers that who can start computer, you want to start computer with. Everybody refused at that time. So I took the charge. I said, okay, I will do it because the students need it. Otherwise, our students will not be getting any help in the market, or they will be left behind. Okay, we ordered it. We got the grant and ordered it. At that time, there was nothing available here. Ordered it to the NIC, that means they will send to the manufacturer. From Canada, they used to send it.
Import from Canada.
Import from Canada. So, I did a design of a catalog of College of Art in the Om Prakash Sharma's time, which was done on the computer with the morphing. So that was the first computer design which I published in College of Art from the college, yes. So that is the way that I try to be innovative. I told students, you see, you make a design. Think of the idea. I told them, think of the weird ideas.
Yes.
So that something new comes out.
Yes.
That was the difference only which I.
So, what if you are not inspired to paint?
At this time, I don't think. If I'm not inspired to paint, that is I'm lazy. That's all. Otherwise, I just think of if not painting, I'm thinking of painting all the time. Yes, maybe that I'm thinking
It's
2,
still
3,
in
4
mind.
days, and after that start something.
Okay.
It happens.
How has your style changed over time?
It is a continuous process. I have not changed. I was just mentioning you here that when I was doing the silk screen and design, it was coming under the abstract work. Now, after the abstract, gradually it changed to some landscape, mountains, and all these things. Then figurative. I would silk screen, figurative silk screen also. So what happened that from abstract I came to figurative. But generally artists do figurative, then they go to abstract.
Yes.
You understand? That is the difference in my thought and my working.
Okay. What are your favorite and least favorite parts of your artworks?
I think everything is favorite. I don't have that differentiation much on that. I like all the works. Some are a little better, and I enjoy that seeing them and also while working and after finishing seeing them. But all the works which are there, I keep it and like it.
Every work you
work,
like.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there a specific art material which you prefer?
Specific material in the sense that I now at this moment, though we have got a very competent producers of colors, the Camel company is one of the, but their standards are still not up to that particular level of English or German or other watercolors or American watercolors and oil colors as well. I think that is the lacking part of it. Even papers. Canvas, we have got good canvas. We are preparing good canvas. We are satisfied with everything. But good paper and good colors are always from the outside.
And how do you price your artwork?
No, it is very difficult. Very difficult to say that. What is the price? I give very moderate price. This is what I know. But I'm not selling much on that initiative, the thing was that. So it was just mediocre prices were there.
How do you know when a painting is completed?
Yeah, I think it is a very difficult preparation. I think it is generally discussed also many times with many artists among the sitting discussions are when to stop painting. When you feel that the painting is complete, this decision is taken after very critical viewing the painting again and again and again. If you're not satisfied, keep the painting for 2-3 days. Don't look at it. Then again start seeing that whether it is looking okay or not, or some work is needed or it's okay. I think it takes some time to observe and all the things, and then take a decision that okay, now I should not do more work on that.
What is the hardest part of creating a painting?
Thought process is very difficult. You see, a lot of ideas are there in the mind, but putting on the paper or canvas is little difficult to start. That becomes very difficult to start, and I do take time for that. To start and think of the drawing, composition, placing, color scheme, colors, all the things. It takes some time to decide.
Do you use photo references?
Yeah, earlier I was not using any photo reference, but now I am using a photo because it's available. We have got all that technology, everything is there. Artists are, I think, all over the world using photography and photographs and photographic processes and reference and everything. I've seen a lot of artists. Now I'm seeing watercolor videos already. Artists go and click it and bring it home. And open your computer or laptop or your iPad and then start painting on it. For the composition, it is from memory. The things that to do with the photography or anything. Do sketches and make compositions. for the painting.
How do you give titles to your artworks?
Title sometimes becomes very difficult. So what happens that I don't do any thematic, nor you do all the series and X series, Y series like that. Seeing the painting, I now put the title. Otherwise, no jugglery, no difficult words for that titles I use. Somebody there, I see some element of that painting very interesting. I put that as title, or just what actually is the composition elements are there. For example, lady sitting on the sofa or red sofa. So that it is, I don't think there is anything needed to do more than this to identify a painting.
So titles are important to your paintings or not?
Not, I don't think titles are important.
Titles are not at all
Not
important.
at all for me. In the earliest beginning of printmaking also, graphic 1 and graphic 2 and graphic 3, there are also titles like that. We have to identify only, it is 1, which is 2, and which is 3.
What subject inspire you to paint?
See, as far as the watercolor is there, you know that the landscapes and street scene and monuments and all these are very inspiring subjects for me. And for composition of painting or silkscreen and then acrylic and all these mediums, I have got painting are figurative paintings. My favorite paintings are there, and they are all in the environment. Their figures are in environment. They are sitting, relaxing, and all these things. So I have taken a kind of particular position or mindset of the people who have got a very specific routine work in their life, daily routine work life. That is there, that when a person, a man or woman, coming home or they're at home, but after a very tired working in life, they come home and they have to relax, sit there somewhere corner after with a tea or anything. And I think everybody has a very specific corner to take rest. It is always, I think, feel like, okay, I come here and sit on that chair here and feel relaxed. Or somebody there in a corner sit there and feel relaxed. And that is a fixed place. Rather, that is a posture you are relaxed with that. I have taken that particular point of life in my most of the painting, that sitting in the corner and relaxing.
Okay.
That kind of particular subject is, compositions are different, various compositions, various situations, and all these things are there. So that is more prevalent in my paintings.
Why your color combination is so different and soothing to your artworks?
That is maybe my nature is like that. I make the color scheme harmonious color schemes. I have not used very high contrast color schemes. So that way maybe that my works are very soothing and soft. Oil colors are a little brighter, but very not hard and harsh and strong colors.
How do you manage a work-life balance as an artist?
See, balance is there all the time in my life. I feel that I think everybody should have it. So whatever you do, the work and your lifestyle or whatever the way you are doing, I think if you enjoy it, it is balancing. If it is not enjoying, it is not balancing. So you have to balance things. Okay, I do hard work, I do creative work, I enjoy going out, seeing things here and there, or don't go out and see the television or on the computer. Whatever is there, if I enjoy it, it is really balancing the body and mind, everything.
Do you have any dream project where you worked or want to work?
No, at this moment I don't have any intention to do any kind of work, project.
Any dream project,
No,
something?
nothing. I am just continuing my work, watercolors. Only thing which is, I think I mentioned you earlier also, I showed you also, that maybe that after having one exhibition, I may give some time to digital watercolor landscapes.
Yes, yes, yes. I have seen those. Yeah.
Yes. So
Digital watercolor.
that
yeah.
was stopped because I started concentrating on these watercolors so that my exhibition is prepared. And after that exhibition, maybe that I start on that,
Digital watercolors.
digital watercolors.
Are you glad you became an educator before a full-time artist?
Yeah, I enjoyed most, I think, time of that teaching because I increased my knowledge also that. Because in my principle was there that art is a subject which cannot be taught, one thing, but we have to guide students and enhance their own knowledge, their own thinking and their own creativity and all this. It is not like mathematics. I teach mathematics and so maybe that some students have got more knowledge than me or more wider perspective to see the world compared to me, or they got more references and information more than me. Because this art, it can happen with anything that everybody can have better knowledge and all that things.
Have you ever tried meditation?
Meditation, painting is still be meditation. Now, if you ask me about what I do it, so it becomes a little bit longer. I am practicing Reiki for maybe about 25, 30 years. I'm not a professional, but I doing practice myself and doing for some other people also, some here and there. But I did self-hypnosis. It is a kind of meditation, part of meditation. I do practice that. Self-hypnosis, your body is relaxed and whatever you want to think and want to do, you can program yourself. That I do. So meditation comes in that.
Painting is itself.
Painting itself is there, meditation is there, but that sitting in posture and doing meditation, I do that in self-hypnosis.
And what gives you the most joy?
Joy is there when the painting is finished and enjoy it.
So the last part of the process.
Last part of the, yes.
So now it is completed.
Yeah, completed. It has come. For example, I give you that when I see all my silkscreen works now, I enjoy every work that I think that how I could do so much work and so spontaneously and unbelievable. I can't think it can be done now. It's not possible. So that way you enjoy your work after completion that.
Yes, it is a very important question. which artist you are most influenced by?
See, as far as my work is there, I'm not influenced by any artist's work.
What is success in art?
Success is that if you enjoy your work, finish and complete, then it is good. Your success. It is. I'm not comparing with that you are selling the most successful artist. If you are selling, it is good at this moment, at this time of the life now. But if you are painting and you're enjoying painting, you are satisfied painting, you are mentally very healthy and very joyful seeing your work and showing your work to others, I think that is success.
And what is failure?
Failure is, I think, state of mind. I don't think if an artist is painting, he is not a failure. Good and bad is another thing. Popularity is another thing. Whether he is known in the art field or people appreciate or art critic appreciate and all these things. One artist is painting and he is painting for his satisfaction. He enjoys it. I think this is the best.
Okay. And how does other artists appreciate your work?
Other artists, they like it, but I don't know. It's very difficult to say that what they really mean. But I think it is appreciated.
And this is something related to the society. How art is important to the public or to the society?
See, art is, I think, important part of life for human race, you can say. We have been seeing art from the Stone Age, cave paintings. The man has expressed on stone itself with the minimum means, with the just charcoal or lime or anything, they just painted things and enjoy it. They are documented also at that time, what was happening at that time, how they were living, and they were killing animals and all these things. So like that, I think man has got its own expressions, right from the early civilizations. And present day, we got everything to express.
Is your artwork ever copied?
I have heard, I have not seen. I have heard that some of the copy. But
So you have not seen your copied work?
Seen,
Never.
Never.
How do you navigate the art world?
Art world, I navigate in the sense I go through the world art from time to time, seeing through the nowadays all our media, electronic media, and sometimes I feel that it is very good. Sometimes I see that, okay, what kind of art is appreciated in museums and galleries and auction houses. I don't understand. Okay, is this the type of work which is going on auction, and people like it or don't like it? I don't think they like it or don't like it, but art is there. So different types of things are happening all over the world.
What is the most valuable piece of art to you?
Art for me is valuable which I possess. That is, if I keep it, it is more valuable for me. Otherwise, also, if appreciated all over the world, all over the country, I think there is a good art and it can be appreciated.
Sir, now we are coming to the end. And my question is, when are you planning to retire from art?
See, it is very difficult to retire from art. I am trying that as long as I live, I go on working. I pray to God also that I must paint till my last breath. That is what is my ambition. So, going on painting, let us see that how much work I can do more. That is what is my thought of it.
So there is no retirement.
No retirement. As far as the
Artist
artist
never-
have no retirement.
Oh.
I always pray to God, I must work till my last breath. That is what is my goal of the life.
Thank you very much, sir, for this very informative interaction.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.